boy.
Yo, what's up, grinders? How's everybody doing on this Sunday, where it is here in the U.S. is easy like Sunday morning? No, it's not. It's Grinds My Gears Day. Yes, something grinds my gears, and I got to go live, talk about it. What grinds my gears? You say, you know what? I was reading. I'm all hyped up. I got my email. No, I actually didn't get my email. Screw Sony on that one. I did not get my email. I had to go hunting down to make sure they took my money. I was like, Sony better take my money. Sony better take my money. And yeah, I checked it, got the tracking. It's due to arrive on launch day. We will see. I want to do an unboxing. We're going to go through this. PSVR 2, baby, in the house. So it's confirmed. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm hyped. With that being said, I've been checking out these reviews, and some of those things had me doing this.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't know who they picked out to do these reviews. I don't know where these people get their opinions from, but we got to talk about it. And that's what we'll be talking about today. I took some time. I got the reviews here. I got some articles. I got some things, some receipts, some checks, some 3Cs, some everything, some grinds my gears. And let's do it. Shout out to all the VIP grinders and the grinders in the house coming on in. Hit that like button. Share it out. We're going to be rocking Grinds My Gears. Classic Buck Roger. My goodness, he showed up. Holy Buck Roger, what's up, man? How you doing? Twisted Sync, Alfonso, VIP Grinders, Geo Knows Gaming. Listen, I'm still working on the Herman Holt splits to get everybody in there. I'm hoping it works. Let's check in on the Grindhouse right now to check out the VIPs if they're partying right now with Mr. Herman Holt. Herman, you know quality's coming.
You know, yes, the quality is coming. And I'm going to do splits. But there are too many grinders in the splits. I need to do triple split. I need to go to my chiropractor and unbutton 3 buttons. But I got to go see the VIP grinders.
I don't know. Is it working? Is it not working? It's not working. Oh, my goodness. Well, shout out to all the new ones. I got creative. There was Creative 99. We got some people in there. I feel bad if you're not on that thing. I'll be shouting you out in the chat. Zero Steel, how you doing? VIP Grinder, Claymores, Sergeant, Kratos 99 in the house. Twisted Sync is here. Maniolas, Geo Knows Gaming, Amanda Pemberton, Alfonso Carter. I think I said Zero's is. Oh, baby, we got the grinders in here. Their VIPs are in the house. I'm getting your names on the list. Herman Holt has to do triple splits. Here we're doing it. He's doing triple splits, he said. He's doing triple splits. Let's see if I missed anybody. Let me know if I did. I'll shout you out on the show. And thank you to all the new VIP grinders. And we're on our way to 2,000 subs. He knows it's ready. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Herman.
Quality. With my horizon. Call. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. Herman Holtz, partying in the Grindhouse. Now, where's my thing? There it is. Oh my goodness. Let's get the fires burning. I want the fires burning. We need some fire burning. Sony Fire took my money. You know, that's what I was saying. Like when Rihanna was singing at the halftime show, I'm like, Sony better take my money. Sony better take my money. Sony better let me do my Sony better take my money. Sony better take my money. Bitch better take my money. That was me. I was like, the hell? I gotta beg somebody to take the goddamn $600 out of my account? Let's go. Dude, Zero Steel. Herman's got to go to the chiropractor. He's gonna be doing triple splits. I gotta do 2 to Hermans facing off each other. 2 John Claudes. I don't know, man. The Grindhouse is huge. I gotta build the addendum. I gotta type everybody in on there. I gotta find a better way of doing it. I'm trying to do the feed from the subscribe. We'll figure it out. But I'll shout you out if I missed you. Yeah. Do I have white gloves? No, I don't have. I don't have the Major Nelson white gloves for unboxings. No, we don't do that around here. What's up, Carl? How you doing? VIP Grinder coming on in. Sergeant, you got the DJ? Yes. The plane track. No, we'll talk about that on the Grindhouse. This one, we're talking about VR too. And yeah, we may have a little bit of jingles here and there. There may be a new song. If you're paying attention, there may be a new song coming your way, special to the Grindhouse on a Sunday. So Sony better get. Yeah, I know. You go exactly. I think I gotta make another song. Sony better gotta get my money. Sony better take my money. That's right. Exactly, dude. So, woof, my hands are freaking gold. So anyway, so the PSVR 2 reviews dropped. People were playing it, showing the games. And you know, I overall, they've been very favorable. They've been like, this has been the most incredible, best VR that I've ever experienced. And which is great. Like, you know, that's real proof of the technology that they put into no kids at you're just on time. you know, and they put the technology into it and really added so much more than the original PSVR that I had. And you heard my VR. What's up, Zuby? What's up, Zuby? How you doing, man? So you know what the original PSVR. So you know my VR story. Like basically, I was Phil Nest. I was Phil Nest. He told me that he's gonna support high fidelity VR. And after that E3, I ran to the Microsoft store and bought an HTC Vive for my PC going, well, Xbox is going to support VR. Let me get a jump on it. Because at the time, I went to PC. I bought a PC so I didn't have to wait for the One X because they were putting the games on PC and they look better. So I bought a PC. That's what got me into PC gaming, was to play the Xbox games better, because Phil said, hey, we're going to bring you an X and you could play Gears in 4K or whatever like that. So I went out and got a high fidelity VR too, because I wanted to get kind of a jump on it. You know what I mean? I was like, wait, they're going to support VR on the X. They're going to support 4K gaming. But you know what? I have a PC that's capable. Let me go get a PC. I started with that, and I was like, you know what? Let me go get the VR now. So I went $800 for the HTC Vive, and I plugged it into my Alienware PC, and it worked. And it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. You had to put the sensors up in the corners of the room. I had to put sensors in the corners of the room. My whole office basically was a VR room. I had to put you have to put like IR sensors, and you can't put them at the desk. You got to hang them up. Okay? So talk about setup, guys. You had to hang them up, right? And I set up the VR that way, and I experienced the Vive, and the Vive was absolutely incredible. Kratos99 with the 5, he goes, sub Jez, I was watching reviewers say that the PSVR 2 launch lineup is weak, and I'm like, what are you smoking? Kratos, you beat me to it. That's one of the dots of what grinds my gears list. You got me. Shout out to Kratos. That was definitely. Why my alert box not working? What's my Arnold's? My alert boxes should be working. Well, I don't know what's going on. I gotta fix my new thing here. But thank you, Kratos, for that. But yes, I don't know what is going on with some of these reviewers, and yeah, I don't know what's going on with my alert box either. Oh, you know what? Here we go. I have the things checked off. Don't worry, we'll fix this. Sorry about that. There we go. Why for some reason I turned off the alerts. Now your super chats and subs and everything will come through. Sorry about that. So yeah, so yeah, I had to hook up the Vive, right? $800. What's up, Link? So I had to hook up the sensors because basically it sensed the 3D area room, right? So that's why I did the Vive. I got Phil Nest. He dropped off high fidelity VR. Phil played me for a fool. Played me for a fool. So then I tried the PSVR, which was lesser at the time, a PSVR 1, and at Best Buy, because they had the demos up, right? Now, if you recall, let's go back as we could build up to these reviewers here. PSVR 1, right? Launched on October 13th at $400. All right? And I think that was the one with the... Was that just the... It was called Project Morpheus, but it launched for $400 in the US, $399 in Europe, and $349 in the UK, and 44,980 yen in there, right? It had the breakout box, a lot of wires, HDMI pass-through. They even upped it to fix it because you had 2 wires coming out of this thing, right? So now you had a whole bunch of wires. The setups of these VRs were crazy, but this didn't do room scale. This just did straight up standing up or sitting down because it did the vision cone of your camera. You couldn't do a 360. That was something that you could do with the Vive. Turn around and go behind. But you could occlude your hands. You couldn't do that on the PSVR because of the camera occlusion. And it used old Move controllers, which were all sensitive of the lights. So the reception was very positive. And at the time, VR was very new, right? And this was the lowest this was the lower end of VR. At the time, they were doing Google goggles. You would strap your phone to your head. Samsung had your phone strapped to your forehead in a device, and that was the lowest VR that you can get, is just strapping the phone to your head. Pause. Strap the phone to your head. Take your big-ass phone, slap it on your head in a thing, and you have Google goggles. So this wasn't considered high-fidelity VR per Phil Ness. High fidelity, no. The PSVR was not high fidelity. High fidelity was the Vive and the Oculus, which Microsoft, by the way, threw in a controller into the Oculus to say, we're in VR too. Look, I put an Xbox controller with the Oculus. Okay, clowns. That's what they did. That's what Microsoft did because they wanted to do Me Too. So, high fidelity VR, Google Cardboard, strapping phones to your head. That's what they're doing. So this came out. And, here, February 2017, about a little 6 months or whatever in, right from October, sold about 100,000 units, said Andrew House. The company behind the PSVR, and it was beyond their expectations. Then, in June 5th of 2017, PSVR sold past 1 million units. Sony announced that the PSVR sold over 2 million units and 12.2 million games on December 3rd, 2017. Games, software. Nobody talks about the games. The games. Then they announced that it sold more than 3 million units and 21.9 million games as of August 16th, 2018. Then... sounds like a pretty good increase, right? Game Pass should want to have these kind of millions over time, right? You think, Paul? Yeah, we don't talk. We'll talk about that. No, Game Pass should not be said, right, Phil? Yeah, here we go. We won't talk about that kind of growth. Real numbers. Remember, real numbers. People are saying these are not percentages. These are not year over years. These are not here's some fake ass numbers. No, these are real numbers. These are real sales. Then PSVR 2 sold 4.2 million as of March 3rd, 2019. Dude, it launched in what did I say, 2016? 4.2 million. Then, as of December 31st, 2019, it sold 5 million units. And there's a storyboard of PSVR. 5 million units. $400, $500 with the bundle. Or forfeit with the bundle. All that rigmarole to set it up. 5 million units. Not bad for an accessory. Not bad for old technology as well. And that is the story of PSVR. It was the lower end of VR with the Oculus and Vive were there. Where I felt with the Vive is that, for me personally, I felt that the Vive was much more of a tech demo. It was cool concepts. But for a game, for fun, for game, it didn't have too many games per se, like games at the time. Now, obviously, Half-Life came at Alyx and stuff like that, but at the time, it didn't have a lot. It was a lot of proof of concepts, a lot of kind of like cool little things you can do. And they had little games here and there. Sargento is an incredible game, like with the guns and with the swords. But what I found is that the PlayStation VR actually had some more kind of fun games, like fun stuff to do in VR. And I felt it was more gamified. Like there was things that they put in there, that there were games. They used some of their IP, but also the things that they were making were actually games, right? Experiences, not just like a tech kind of like, hey, look, you could take these things on the table and just mess them around. No, it was actually a game. Like it was a game. Short, whatever. The Batman game, small as can be, but it was very immersive. But they were actually kind of games. And that was an exclusive, by the way. So, that was the story of the PSVR, but it was on the lower end. Now, 6 years later, they got the PSVR 2. And the reviews are out, and the technology is incredible. Foveated rendering, the haptic feedback, the controllers have something that nothing else out there has. It has the adaptive triggers. It has the vibration of the adaptive feedback that has that as well. And then vibration also in the headset. So we come to the reviews that are coming out with the PSVR 2. And actually, they're pretty damn good overall. And a lot of people are saying, you know, it's the best VR experience I've had. We're going to look at the competition, what they're comparing it to. But a lot of, this is kind of small here. But you got some extremely positive reviews. Android Central, you know, not showing their bias here, but, you know, Jeff, I guarantee PSVR 2, you know, it's more inviting than the Quest or the PC headset. I will buy a PS5 and a PSVR 2 to use the latter. Not unless I plan to buy a PS5 or non-VR for non-VR purposes. Yeah, this is the motif that's kind of going around. This is what I wanted to talk about. Just saying how incredible this thing is, but when it comes to justification of should you get it, I see a lot of kind of things that make me scratch my head and things that make you say, Things that make you say, Things that make you say, Yeah, things that make you say, Because they're like, this is incredible. This is amazing. This is the best VR experience I had. But you got to get a PlayStation 5 for it. What? This is the most incredible VR experience I've ever had. This is amazing. But you got to plug it into a PlayStation 5. This is an incredible VR headset. Incredible. But the launch lineup is a little, there's not a lot of games. What are we doing here? What the hell are we doing here? The hell's wrong with people? And this.
You're my #1 customer.
Here we go. Where's my clown horns? It gets a 9 out of 10. IGN. Yeah. PlayStation VR may seem pricey, given it costs $150 more than the base PS5 digital console. Dude, they're two different things. One's a console and one's a VR unit. Why are you comparing the prices of them? What the? What? What? Maniolis, what the do? He goes, PSVR 2 sold better than Xbox in their first 3 years. You're goddamn right. Oops. And talking about launch lineups. Do I have to point you somewhere? Launch lineups. Oh, you know what? There's not too much to play at launch. Excuse me? Are we going to talk about Xbox Series console launch?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit.
That was a whole goddamn console.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Games at launch. The hell are we doing here? The launch lineup. Listen. Before I go any further, let me explain something to you. And listen, I am not here to sell you a PSVR 2 unit. I'm just telling you, I'm excited for VR. I always liked VR. All right? But I'm not here to tell you that you got to go out and go buy this thing. That's for you to judge. All right? You determine. I can tell you my experiences, and that's what I'm going to do here when I get it. Tell you my experiences. This is incredible. This is a little wonky. This is this. But I'm not going to take things that make this platform functional, like the connection to the PlayStation. We'll talk about that as a negative when that's a necessity to give the experience they want to give. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not here to sell you one of these. But let me explain something. When you launch a new product, first, the product has to demonstrate the technical prowess, right? Does it work? Does it everything that they said it does? The foveated rendering, the haptic feedback, the motion, the simple setup, the games. We'll get into that. The technology first. Does it work? Does the inside-out tracking work? Does this function? Is it really that clear on your face? Like, is it clear? Is there blurriness? Is there fog? Like, is this thing work? They prove that. Right? Yeah, Connect. Don't even go there. I won't talk about Connect. Right? So then, now you have the hardware. Sony met that. We got the hardware. The hardware is great. It's functional. It works. What is the next thing that hardware needs? Grinders? What is the next thing that hardware needs? You know what they always say? It needs a killer app. A killer app. You know, this is great technology, but it doesn't have a killer app. It doesn't have a killer app. This technology is great, but it needs that app that shows
You're my number one customer.
the capabilities of the hardware. Hardware is great, but it doesn't have that killer app. Sony answered that. Not only is it a killer app, but it also is an exclusive that only could be played on that device. It's not somebody else's killer app that's ported over. This is their own killer app. And not only is it their own killer app, but this app also is an exclusive IP, their own IP for a game that they released last year in a sequel. So this is not just a killer app or somebody else's killer app. This is their own exclusive IP, only playable on a PlayStation. So, their own IP, exclusive, only playable on a VR. And then the biggest thing about this app, this game, is that it demonstrates all the capabilities of the hardware. Everything I've been saying on this channel, what the software needs to do for an X, what it needs to do for a PlayStation. You want this software to demonstrate the capabilities of the hardware. They're saying that this looks as good as a PS5 game, that you're inside the fidelity of a PS5 game. With all the controls, with all the video, with all the interactions, with all that stuff. This is what they're doing. And guess what? It's done by Firesprite, one of the studios that Sony purchased. Wow. So not only is it a new IP, a new exclusive IP, something to show the capabilities of the PlayStation VR too, but it's also a product of a studio that they purchased after Microsoft has purchased all their studios. With Firesprite. They got this game out in conjunction with Guerrilla. Boom. So you're already seeing the output from their studios that they acquired. It's not just talk. It's not legal documents. It's not all this other stuff. It's actually here, a tangible game for all of us to play. Astrobot, I see Grinders in the chat talking about Astrobot. Astrobot for the PS5. I don't know how that game is incredible. That game is awesome for what it did. And it should be talked about more with Astrobot. I felt like that kind of fell off a little bit, but because Sony had so many games at launch at a PS5. They had Miles Morales, Demon's Souls. But they could have just kind of, like, you know, Astrobot was really an incredible game. Oh, no. Half-Life should be coming. The Half-Life. And actually, one of the videos actually made a pretty good point. I think it was The Verge. We'll go through that one. So you got the hardware. You got the software. You got the killer app. Then, people saying GT7, another killer app. Resident Evil 8 in VR. Those are three huge hitters to have at launch. Switchback, I can't wait for that one. That got delayed. That was supposed to come out at launch. Even that Star Wars game looks fire, but that's a port from it's another one from the Oculus, which I'll talk about the Oculus, the Meta Quest. But the point is like when you have hardware, they've hit every single thing, right? I don't know. Inix, yeah, the Sony H. I just think that it's a like people are just afraid to go full Sony, right? That's why I feel like people are just for some reason the media seems to be restrained. I think they're confused. It's like, how can this company be this damn good? Yes, Switchback is coming out March 16th. That Kratos. Like, I feel it. I feel like the media is just restrained. Like, give them a 9. You can't give them the all straight perfects because there's just this restraint. Like, I feel like they just can't be like, dude, this is absolutely incredible. Go. And this is not just the VR. This is with a lot of things. Regardless of Sony. Like, this full, like, hey, if they're doing an absolute incredible job, say they're doing an absolute incredible job. Don't go, they're absolutely incredible, but why but? You got, because you're afraid to go to pretend that you're a pony or something like that? Nobody else is doing this. This is my problem. Nobody else is giving you this kind of experience or this kind of quality. So embrace it. If this is your job as a media source, if this is your job as a gamer, when new stuff like this happens, you should embrace it, not avoid it, not tell people, don't do this. That should be the last thing out of your mouth, especially if you are invested and this is your kind of career in journalism and all this other stuff. You should embrace new, incredible experiences. Who else is doing it? Nobody else. Nintendo's not doing it. Microsoft's not doing it. Who else is doing it? This is what I don't understand. Just like when Sony has PlayStation Plus. It gets ignored. It's like, oh, yeah, Sony got a service. Dude, that service is better than Game Pass. Nobody else is giving you this stuff. Why are you so, oh, you got to plug it into the play. Get the, you goddamn clown. You got to plug it in. Plug it in. Like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? You got to plug it in. Let me tell you something, clowns. I'm going to give you clown number 1. CNET. This guy. First, let me get Kratos. 99. There we go. $5. He goes, Jez, I think the media is scared of Sony because they dominated last gen and they're going to do it again. And with the PS5, they're so trying to tear Sony down. I agree.
You're my number 1 customer.
They're afraid to just kind of, like, they're restraining. And this, again, this is not no pony shit. What I'm saying is that this is new, incredible stuff that we talk about moving the industry forward, moving us forward in gaming with better tech. They want more money from us. They want money from all of you. All of you. They want $500, $700, $800, $70. They want all money from all you guys and me. But we can't say we want the best. We got to worry about little Timmy who can't get internet. That's somebody else to worry about, not where I'm spending my money. Because I'm about this thing, and I want this stuff to move forward. And this is the stuff that I expect, and I expect them all to do something like this. Not regress and hold us back and play little 8-bit games like, look at this. No. Not when you're asking for $70, not when you're making me spending $500 on a console. I don't want to play no 8-bit bullshit indie stuff, passion projects. I want to play face-melting stuff because you expected me to open up my wallet and pay for that experience. That happened, you go spend $30 to go sit at a movie theater, and when you walk in there, it's a 12-inch screen in the front of a big open theater. Right? That's right, Jose. The one USB cable. Oh, I was tangled in it. I was tangled in the cable. I saw one guy. This guy. Where is he? He was tangled in the cable.
Cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got tangled in the wires. Got tangled. Oh, it is. Here he is. Where is he?
That I've seen.
Watch.
There's a large rubber gasket.
There we
And these
go.
keep it coming on VR, like the bottom, which are your base into the Quest 2. I need special dedicated glass scene.
Wait, so
Push the
where's
headset
he?
really close to get the eye tracking to work.
He got
Keep
tangled.
aware of that, glasses owners. But for your basic interface, set up a little play space.
Is this the guy that got
by
tangled?
Sort
Where
of
is
pushing
it?
in at the boundaries.
Somebody
and
got tangled.
crafting it to the
I was
space that you
cracking
want.
up.
Really nice design. And actually, it's a little bit better.
Tied
than
up
what
like a
that is on
goddamn,
the
like a
Quest.
cowboy.
So would I buy this? Interesting question. I think it's a lot of money to spend. I think if you already have a PlayStation,
This guy works for CNET, the technology website. A technology website, CNET. What do you get paid in goddamn peso? What the hell are you talking about? It's too much money. You work for a tech channel. You work for a tech channel. You're reviewing friggin' space age shit. This doesn't, and look at the title. The best VR I have experienced. A lot of money. You at CNAS watching ball washing devices for $2 million over there at CES. You're over at CES. You're like, you know what? This thing right here will wipe your ass for $1 million. Holy shit, really? Yeah, okay, I'll wipe my ass. Look at this new thing I got. You are the technology. You are the creme. You do this stuff for a living. And this, you're not buying it?
5 and you have the money to spend
Look, wait. There's more.
on VR, and you're thinking about spending what's going to be at least $600 or more if you're buying the games and everything else.
Holy shit, you gotta buy games!
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You gotta buy games! Well, am I gonna fall out of my
You
chair?
hear me, right?
What
Con
con
men,
artists?
Thieves, degenerates, lowlifes,
What?
thugs,
How are these
criminals.
legitimate complaints? Oh, it's gonna be more money. You gotta buy some games for this thing. Games? No shit! No shit, you gotta buy games!
I hope this is not true.
It is true, Arnold. It is true.
This is not worth it.
Oh, you gotta spend $5. Then you gotta buy games. Well, what are you supposed to do? What is this, a helmet? You're gonna walk around the house and bashing your head in the wall? Gotta buy games.
Ah!
I think this is the most cinematic, vivid VR gaming experience that's out there. That's a really high price bar. I mean, even in PC VR gaming, you could find more affordable headsets and be able to connect them to a PC. The Quest 2 is $400.
Oh, wait a sec. Wait, and this is number one in what grinds my gears. Number one. What did he just say? I need a clarification. I was looking for him getting tangled up like a goddamn cow rodeo, but I will find that in a little bit. Him getting tangled up in the one USB cable like a goddamn ox in a friggin' rodeo show. We'll talk about that later. But I want to talk about what he just said right here. He said you could buy cheaper headsets and plug them into a PC. Really? Really, son of a bitch? Really? Because I gotta hear something right here. We got a whole goddamn section on the PlayStation. Tell me about it.
Price on this headset, it's expensive. This is $550. Even though it includes the controllers, you're also going to need a PlayStation 5. That's a $1,000 plus bundle. That is a lot of money to spend on VR.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Did he just factor in the PlayStation 5 price in the purchase of the PlayStation VR? The grinders, I think you're seeing where I'm going. The VIP, everybody's the clowns, the Z's. Yes, let it all flow. It's Sunday. Let it all flow. Because this guy said this thing. He factored in the price of the PlayStation.
$150.
Ooh.
Even though it includes the controllers, you're also going to need a PlayStation 5. That's a $1,000 plus bundle.
Whoa, wait a second. And then what did you just recommend right here in your outro?
Cinematic, vivid VR gaming experience that's out there, that's a really high price bar. I mean, even in PC VR gaming, you could find more affordable headsets and be able to connect them to a PC. The Quest 2 is $400. I'm not even going to include the Quest Pro because that's not really meant for everyday use.
Oh, you're not.
But this price is
just
high.
like you're not gonna.
Although the upcoming,
just like you're not going to count the PC that you got to plug the cheaper headsets into. What happened? Does everybody just get a PC for free? You think one of those goddamn Intel units that you get there for $1,000 Ultrabook is gonna run your VR? You think? What happened? Well, you could buy a cheaper PC, cheaper headset, but then you got to go plug it into at least $1,000 PC. So that's really expensive as well. What about that, bitch? What about that? We're talking about oh, this is really expensive. You got to buy a PlayStation and a headset together. Oh, but you could buy a cheaper headset and plug it into a PC. Oh, wait, where's the price of the PC? Do you just get one? Where you go? The Goodwill? They people just handing you PCs? What happened? Yeah, why is it dinner included with the PSVR? Like, what happened? Like, I want to know. Like, you could get a cheaper headset and plug it into a PC.
headsets and be able to connect them to a PC.
Oh, but we're not going to add the cost of the PC. We're not like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? You could buy cheaper headsets and plug them into a PC, but he's not adding the PC cost into it. But the PlayStation, dude, he has a goddamn, he has a freaking checklist. He's like, well, you got to buy a PlayStation, and then you gotta get a headset, and you know, the price.
This headset,
Just here, you heard it.
expensive. This is $550. Even though it includes the controllers, you're also going to need a PlayStation 5. That's a $1,000 plus bundle. That is a lot of money.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Shout out Lincoln Clay VR the 5. Yo, Lincoln Clay has been VR since day one, man. I've been following Lincoln Clay, man, since day one with VR, man. He is the VR extraordinaire. So go follow Lincoln Clay, man. He is Mr. VR. Thank you so much for the super chat. He knows, and he's reading my mind right here. Some people were harsh on PSVR 2, some cap for PSVR 2. The truth will come out Wednesday. Amen to that. And that is the whole point with this VR thing, with this price.
You're my number one customer.
With the price stuff here. Listen, they're like, it has to be cheap for millions of people to buy it on day one. No, it doesn't. Get that Phil Ness out of your head. Crazy go wild. Wrath of all. That is a wild shit right there. But thanks for the super chat. But like, you spend electricity in mine. Oh, I gotta plug this in. Oh, the electricity. Oh, and then I gotta pay. Dude, please, these guys. I just love the whole thing where you gotta buy. They're factoring the cost of the console with the VR headset, but then they go, you could buy a cheaper headset, just plug it into a PC. But this whole like, oh, this needs to be like $300 so everybody could do it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Just get that Phil Ness out of your head. Stop. Steve Jobs said it. People are not going to know better unless you show them better. You know? People are not going to know better unless you show them better. So why does everything have to be so cheap for mass adoption? Let me tell you exactly what I experienced with PlayStation VR. You'll have your initial people buy it, and then it's going to grow as more people experience this thing. That VR is not going to be sold to you through a 2D screen. You need to try it out for yourself. And with this thing in the wild and people buying it, then you'll be able to experience it and see if you want that. And then the snowball effect happens. If this is really good, yeah, sorry, I had a call. I had a ring. But what happens is that this goes in the wild. People experience it. They maybe have demos in stores or even at somebody's house. You try it out and see if you like it, and then it goes from there. This is not something that is going to be a mass adopting day one sold by a YouTube video. No. You're going to have to experience this for yourself. VR is not for everybody. Some people get very motion sick. Some people just don't like the feeling of it. Some people get really involved. There's a lot of things. Because this is more of a physical aspect to VR. It's not just like sitting back. But again, just like gaming, like some people don't play games because of 2 analog sticks. You know, it's just not for them. But it's going to happen is that when people experience this, then if it's what they're saying it is going to snowball effect. Just buying cheap doesn't mean that it's better. Like, I don't want them to take out all this tech to be cheap and mass adopting and using move controllers again and light bars and all that other stuff. No. You got a cheaper headset. Xbox Series Excitement with the 65 Seek. He goes, this Muppet wants to make you believe you could just plug in your PC VR to your nearest located ATM. Like his take doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't. That's why I pointed it out, because it doesn't. He's like, you could buy a cheaper headset than $550 and just plug it into your PC. Like, people just have a PC that does VR. You could go spend $1,000 right now on an Ultrabook. And that's not running VR with those Intel processors. You need an NVIDIA dedicated one. You need a friggin' $1,000 minimum PC to probably run this thing, or you could jerry rig something. But who's doing that? I want to see if this is the guy. I thought he got tied up. Yeah, here it is. And now we're going to come to the part. No, the meta thing. Watch this. We're going to come to the part. Thank you for the super chat. We're going to come to the part where he gets tied up like a rodeo show, like an ox at a rodeo. Watch him get tangled in the wire.
This needs that tether.
Uh-oh,
this is
here it
about
comes.
a 15-foot cable, which is pretty good for most rooms, but I did feel this cable wearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled.
Oh! Oh, shit, he got tangled! Oh, look out! Whoa! God damn. I need to put this on a loop right here. Uh-oh. I want to loop it. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Woo. I had to go run after my dog. He ran out of the grindhouse, the grindhound. Woo. Talk about multitasking grinders. Oh, oh my goodness. I had to go get him, man. Where's that guy? I was just laughing at this guy doing this little twirl. Oh, Tangled! Holy crap. Oh, man. Death by cable entanglement. This guy. There he goes. I got tangled. Whoa. What the hell's the meme? Oh, the guy getting tangled in the friggin' thing. Oh, no. Look out. This is like a goddamn comedy show. Oh, God.
Bearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so it's there. And I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so good for most my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so it's there.
I hope you don't get dogs to walk. Dude, what the?
Bearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so it's there.
Holy crap. He didn't get tangled. Oh, watch out. Goddamn rodeo. One more time. One more time for the grindhouse, because this is just classic shit right here. No, I missed him. Oh.
The upcoming landscape of VR headsets.
Let's hear
Things
about
I'm
you
not wild
tangled.
about with this headset.
I want to
The
hear about you got
audio,
tangled again.
But I did feel this cable wearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so it's there. Wearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so.
Well, that's one. Holy crap. Get the hell out of here. You got tangled. Holy Jesus. So then he's talking about plugging in the PC. Well, we're not done yet. Here we go. Now, I want to talk just about
PlayStation VR 2 is
no. We're not doing this one. Wait. Let's talk about what's out there, right? This Meta Quest 2. Epic fail. The guy, he got tangled in the one wire. Oh, geez. Got a lot. Meta Quest 2. This is the competition. This is the lower end. Exactly. Oh my God. Gio knows gave it the 2. He goes, sounds like one of those infomercial clowns. Dude, yes. Totally, dude. He sounds exactly like one of those guys. Where is that thing? Where? Oh, wait.
You're my number one customer.
Where is it? Okay, let's find it. Yeah, this is the guy right here. Wait, where is it? Yeah, he's like one of these people. This is what he's like. He's like, oh, the wires. I can't open the jar. Oh, I can't open the jar. This is what... He got the muscle guy on there. Oh, here he is. The one USB cable. Oh, the one USB cable. The one. Oh, I gotta wrap it up. Oh, the USB cable broke. Oh no. One cable. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there it is. Oh, the one USB cable. What? Oh, and I forgot they probably should have said and the one USB cable, and then you got to worry about the liquid metal because it's fighting gravity every day.
The PlayStation 5 fight gravity resources. Xbox Fool, I said gravity is the enemy. Feel safe, us from this liquid metal.
PlayStation 5 has liquid metal is fighting. Gravity fighting, gravity feels siren. My lower back last new PlayStation 5 is. We can save the PlayStation 5 it's fighting gravity.
There it is. Oh my god. They're still struggling, these people. This is the CNET review. There it is. Oh, the wire. Oh, I gotta say attendant to my phone. Imagine having to plug in your phone. The one wire. Oh my god. Let's get grip with the remote. Oh man. Honey, I guess we can't watch TV tonight. I can't get the remote. We can't watch TV. We can't watch TV tonight. Oh, what the hell's going on? CNET reviews of PSVR. Dude, I can't get this out of my mind. When they got the muscle guy. Oh my god, where's my flute? Oh, cable gate.
And if he believed that, he also believed there are Richard Simmons Jr.'s running around. There's someone in my house eating my birthday cake with my family.
Oh my god. Jesus, you okay? Oh man. Those are those freaking clowns. Look at the one cable. Now we gotta do man. Oh yeah, a whole 5 minutes about this thing.
Pretty good for most rooms, but I did feel this cable wearing down on my shoulder, and I had to make sure I
Gonna do the black and white. Do that. Oh no, you missed it. I didn't share it. We got to do it again. I'm making myself crack up. I forgot all you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. Yeah, we'll do it again.
I didn't get tangled.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Enough. Holy crap. Anyway. There we go. He's in danger. Yes, that's what I want to get to. Oh my God, I can't get over this guy with the one USB cable. The next one we come here is this one. I think is pretty damn funny. With where's this one?
You're my number one customer.
Where is the where's the IGN review? Oh, here's Ryan McCaffrey. Holy crap. Where is the IGN one? I had the IGN review up. Here it is. Hear this stuff. Just the last thing. There. I didn't mean to spend so much longer on that cable, but man, that just kept flowing, man. And when you sent me those memes. Kratos 99 with the 5. He goes, Jed, you got to talk about blessing from kind of funny. He was getting roasted about his review. Yes, I'll talk about that. Right after this, I'm going to talk about him with not knowing about the pass through. So here's this one now. Talking about the game lineup, right? The game lineup. Okay, let's see. Let's do this.
That there just aren't a ton of new games announced yet. It might be a little while before the PSVR 2 catches up to other platforms in terms of selection.
What? Now, I wouldn't... Not a lot of PSVR 2, right? Yeah, I know, it is so staged. Dude, it's like those infomercials. That's what I think is hilarious. Hit that like button, everybody. That was funny. That was damn funny. Here's next. Here's the next one. Look at this guy. Look at this. This is hilarious because look at what he says.
And considering that there just aren't a ton of new games announced yet.
And we'll listen to his end of the video.
It might be a little while before the PSVR 2
one more time. Ready?
And considering that there just aren't a ton of new games announced yet, it might be a little while before the PSVR 2 catches up to other platforms in terms of selection.
Hey, you need a drink? I need a drink. I need a couple drinks.
The PlayStation VR 2 may seem pricey, given that it costs $150 more than the base PS5 digital
Here we go
edition
again.
console you'll need to use it. Even so, it's such a quantum leap over the original PSVR in terms of ease of use, visual quality, and immersion that any PlayStation owner who loves VR should upgrade as soon as possible. Its 4K, HDR, OLED screen, and excellently tactile sense controllers are the most obvious improvements, but plentiful quality of life changes and the raw horsepower of the PS5 set a new standard for how VR games should play and feel on console. Like any new platform, its thin launch lineup makes its lack of backward compatibility with original PSVR a significant problem, but one that will only improve as Sony and other developers roll out new games that take advantage of the PSVR 2's unique features. For more, check out our review of the big launch game, Horizon Call of the Mountain, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
What did he just say? What did he just say?
Hey everybody, Max here with Ryan McCaffrey. PlayStation VR 2 is out on February 22nd, and one of the big, albeit sort of under-talked about things that comes with it is a free update for Gran Turismo 7, which is the entire game in VR, and Ryan, you got a chance to check it out.
What did he just say? Oh, not this one. What did he just say? He says, check out Hot Take. Didn't he? Wait a second. Where? I gotta find out where he left it. I hit the wrong button. Holy crap, man. It's wild. I'm so laughing about the guy getting tangled in the freaking thing. Holy shit. Well, I gotta type it in again. PSVR2. Here it is. So here we go, right?
Of immersion to gameplay when in PS5 digital edition on console. Like any new platform, its thin launch lineup makes its lack of backward compatibility with original PSVR.
You're my number one customer.
But one that will only improve as Sony and other developers roll out new games that take advantage of the PSVR 2's unique features. For more, check out our review of the big launch game, Horizon Call of the Mountain.
I thought that was kind of crazy for me, where the they don't have a lot of games, but then it's like his next video is like, check out the new launch game. It's like,
significant problem, but one that will only improve as like any new platform. Its thin launch lineup makes its lack of backward compatibility with original PSVR a significant problem, but one that will only improve as Sony and other developers roll out new games that take advantage of the PSVR.
Lack of a launch lineup.
Features.
Light, but this.
For more, check out our review of the big launch game, Horizon, Call of the Mountain, and for everything else.
Oh, there is a launch game, because the way you just sounded, it sounded like it was really thin, and it depended on the PlayStation VR 1 games. It was so thin, but your video's like, check out the big new launch game. Really? Talking out two sides of your mouth. I don't understand it. That caught me a little off guard when I was doing this. I was listening, I'm like, oh, well, as you're showing the 9, you're basically saying their launch lineup is light, but that's like, check out our brand, like, check out, oh, wait.
Its thin launch lineup makes its lack of backward compatibility with original PSVR a significant problem. But
so the lack of a launch lineup, the limited launch lineup, and the fact that they can't do backwards compatibility,
one that will
down.
only improve as Sony and other developers roll out new games that take advantage of the PSVR 2's unique features. For more, check out our review of the big launch game, Horizon, Call of the Mountain, and for
I just thought that was a very two different sides of the story. Check out the big launch game. Dude, the whole point, like, it just seems like when a hardware comes out, the big thing is a killer app. That one game that demonstrates everything. They got it right here with Horizon. That should be good. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's the first thing that you need, is you basically need a game to demonstrate the capabilities of the machine at launch. This guy, who knows? Who's this clown? Oh, they'll tell you at the end.
everything else, stick with IGN.
Yeah.
As Sony and VR games should play and feel.
Where is it?
Of chilled OLED PlayStation. Much sets like Valve's Index and HP's Reverb G2. The PlayStation VR expensive PC VR sets features you don't see.
Okay, so I see the problem right here. They got this guy reviewing. He's working off dot matrices. Is this guy a retro gamer that they're making play VR 2? Because I don't see any current. The guy got CRTVs. He got CRT TVs in his office. Is this the person we got reviewing VR? The technology of the future? This guy, this is the best you found, Mr. Retro. He don't even have a flat screen TV behind him. He got a Super NES, he got some old-ass games, and he got a friggin' CRT TV. This guy is reviewing our future of technology, telling me it's expensive. I'm gonna... This is Mr. Modern. I'm gonna call him Mr. Modern. Mr. Future. Tell me about the future. This guy is caught up. Where's the flat? Dude, is this from the 1980 review? Who is this guy? This is who we brought at IGN to tell us about the future of VR. Guy got a Super NES plugged into a 1980s TV. Some dot matrix. Where he has a goddamn. What the fuck? He got a friggin' VCR. He got a goddamn VCR in there. What the fuck? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Who are these people? What are we doing here? Who are these? What is this? Who is these people? Guy got a VCR in this goddamn on a friggin' CRT 900-pound TV. This son of a bitch, and I bring up the USB cable. That's all I'm saying. This guy better not bring up any USB cables. The guy got cables all over the place. These CDs? What? Who is this?
Or expensive PC VR sets like Valve's Index and HP's Reverb G2, the PlayStation VR 2 has vaulted console VR into the lead in just about every category except available games.
Oh my God. Except available games. Check out our hot new PlayStation launch. Call of the Mountain, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Resident Evil Village, Gran Turismo 7, Demio, Cities VR, Cosmos High, Vacation Simulator, Job Simulator, Pistol Whip, Zenith the Last City, After the Fall, Tenticular. Who are you? Sea of Thieves Simulator. There it is. Morse and Morse 2. By the way, one of the incredible VR games. Pavlo. What the Bat? What the fuck? Vantavision. Kayak VR. That shit looks hot. Wait, we keep going. Wait, the Tales of Ogio. Single Puzzle. Res Infinite. Tetris Effect Connected. They got the big hitters that I'm seeing. Dumpers. I played Dumpers. Dumpers are good. Bootleg NFL Pro, whatever the hell that is. Lightbringer. We keep going. Oh, and then by the way, wait, and then coming soon, look, No Man's Sky, Jurassic Park, Switchback VR, Before Your Eyes, Creed. Dude, what are we doing here? Launch on, and then wait a second, we got another list right here. Here are the games that are getting updates to PSVR 2. You know, the thing that you complained about? Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Puzzle Places, Song in the Smoke, Cigarette, NFL, here we go. These games getting updated. Where's the other one? No Man's Sky getting it. Beat Saber was announced. You got the guy. So, like, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. Pause. That's a pretty damn impressive window of games. Over 30 games. Twisted Sync with the 2. He goes, he said announced. Clown hasn't even seen the list. Thank you, and Twisted Sync. This is the list. What are we doing here? And I'm not sitting here complaining about nines and shit. Like, I give a shit about the score. That's why I care more about the message that's being sent in the reviews. That's when I look at reviews, I don't look at a score number. I look at what brought this game down. What brought this thing down? Because I want to see if that would bring it down for me, right? But when you hear what's bringing it down for them, they're uneducated. They're silliness. They just won't. They got to have a con. They got to have a negative. And you know, let's talk about the price thing that they keep talking about. Here's your Meta Quest. You want to know what? This is a phone strapped to your head. This is a mobile VR solution. This is not high fidelity VR as it was defined by Phil Ness. This is a mobile solution. Hell, look, you even get AA batteries with your controllers. You know what that means. You know, controls that use AA batteries. You know, carbon, good for the world. We got AA batteries in these things. And what's interesting is like $400 for this phone strapped to my head that gives me about 3 hours of battery life. Well, guess what? Let's click on what are the prices here. Let's see. Oh, is there something here that I don't see on a PlayStation VR? Do you see it, Grinders? Because I think I see it. Do you see it? What's the $100 difference in here? Because this is not a plus of the PSVR at all. The fact that you're going to pay $100 extra for another 128 gigabytes of memory. Yeah. Because that is a mobile unit. That is a phone strapped to your head. That is a Snapdragon processor. That is not there's no CPU, GPU thing. That is a strap-on goddamn phone. It is a mobile hot piece that's stuck to your face. Google goggles. Bullshit. All right? This is an intro. PlayStation 5 is not competing with this. This is a mobile solution. And the reason why it doesn't have a cable to a wall is because it's processing everything on your face. And it uses batteries and has stored memory and has a horrible strap that you need to buy a more sturdier strap because that one is going to wear in your face. Okay, but this is a mobile unit. And you know what? You want to know what? Let's see. Because we got a game here. Is this it? I think I have a game here. Where is it? Let's see what our metas can do. Metas, let me see what you can do, Meta. Let's see. This is what grinds my gears. Here we go. Okay. Eye resolution. It has more eye resolution than the one that's $1,500. And that's $1,500 for 256 gigabytes. But he's not counting that because that's for work. That's for doing Excel charts in VR and AR, right? But what I love is like, yeah, they keep factoring in the PlayStation 5 price into the cost of the headset. Yes, these are standalones, but they are standalones because they are mobile units. Do you understand that? Like, they run off of batteries. That's why they're mobile. HDR, refresh rate, limited to some apps, higher field of view than this one. Fresnel lenses, adjustable fit, 4 cameras inside out, eye tracking, yes. Hand tracking, I don't know why that's a no, because it does see your hands. I don't know what the hell that is. Headset vibration, yes. Mixed reality, yes. Pass through, microphone, headphone jack, that has built-in speakers. And then here's your controllers and all that other stuff. So we already see resolution and technology. Like, they're not even going into the tech of this thing. But we got some stuff here. Let's see right here. I got it right here. This one. Where is it? It is. So they got the games. They got the tech. Is this the... Yeah. Here you go. So this is what Sony they're competing with. First off, look at the first thing I noticed right here comparing the Meta Quest to the PSVR. If you want to tell me it's too much money and needs a PlayStation, well, let's see what that too much money gets you. Remember Steve Jobs, if you haven't seen better, you won't know better. So let me show you better. Let's show you better. First thing I noticed right here, all the jitteriness of the Quest 2. Is those the AA batteries in work? Is that the AA batteries? Because I'm not seeing real, like, smooth VR here. The first thing I'm seeing right here is a bunch of jitter. Where is it? What the hell's that menu you just had? Here. Look at that. What's going on here? What's going on here with the motion tracking? Watch him in the Quest 2 picking up this and watching the PSVR 2. Watch how smooth this is versus this. Maybe it's the AA's at work. I don't know. Here's your Quest 2. Why is this jittering on the Quest 2? His hands are like, blah, 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 blah. He's shaking all over the place. That will get you nauseous. Seriously. And remember, the Quest went up in price. And this is not to trash on the Quest because I know what it is. And the industry should know what it is. You want to see something crazy? Look at this. This actually looks like it's through a glass. This doesn't. They basically took out the whole ass window on the Quest version. This is Grind's Foundry right here. They took out the whole window. There's no window here. You're getting sucked into hyperspace. There's no window. Look at the reflections. There's no window here. He's getting sucked in.
Helmet, what's going on? Standard, what's going on? It's Mega Man. She's gone from suck to blow. What? They're getting all their air back. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Do something. But that's what this is. And the thing is not to trash on the Quest, because I know what the Quest is. The Quest is a mobile wireless unit. There are compromises that are made with a mobile battery-powered unit. And fidelity is one of them. Motion tracking is another thing. Trust me, I don't want to be using motion tracking with batteries in my hands, AA batteries in this thing, and having a battery headset that gets hot on my face. Like, there are compromises. Yes, you get the freedom of movement, but you should not be comparing the PlayStation VR 2. That gets compared to the high-end something, because that is a high-fidelity VR. The Quest 2 is its own thing. And our question, the Quest 2 is $500, $400. Yes, it's its own device, but you are compromising this. And if you're not into VR and you just want to test it out, then yeah, sure, do that. But the thing is that Sony got the games. Horizon's not on the Quest. Gran Turismo 7's not on the Quest. Okay? So, like, there you go. Now you got some exclusive games. So now you're talking about, do you want to play games or do you want to jerk around in VR? You jerk around, get a Quest. You want to play some games? I say get a PSVR 2. But again, it is what it is. But the fact is, when they complain about price, they keep talking about the Quest. And I'm like, dude, that's not what you should be comparing it to. It's a different device. Oh, but the Quest is wireless. The PlayStation uses a cable that I get tangled in. The reason why is because the PlayStation 5 is running. Yeah, Space Level is my favorite, dude. The PlayStation 5 is running all the unit. That's why the unit's light on your head from the reviews. I'll find out on Wednesday. But, like, the PlayStation is running the power. That's the benefit of having a cable, a tethered solution, is that all the power is offset on the computer and you're done on the PC, on the console, so that all that power is rendering there and it's worried about the motion tracking and the visual. That's the difference. But look at the comparison of these two games. And trust me, this is a side-by-side in 2D. When you're in VR and this stuff is up close, and it's in a higher resolution, dude, you're going to see the difference even more so. The blurriness. You can see it sharper over here. But when you're talking about over the internet, it's not going to show. But when you're in VR and you're looking right up to these walls here, when you're in VR, the detail stands out. And that blurriness takes you out of it. Trust me. I've seen, I've done the friggin' Google VR. And this is better than Google goggles, obviously. But look at the tracking, though. Look at the hands. Like, look at that. Look at the, that's not good. That gets you out of it. Like, it's all, the motion is crazy. Like, look at the hands all jittery. Look how smooth this is. Like, but anyway, that's what you're getting. Like, look at the two different things. I would not want to try that Quest VR if that's doing that, dude. Exactly, Samuel. Reading text as well. That's another thing. But the jitteriness, man, that would drive me crazy. You see your hand shaking like that. That takes you right out of the experience, because then you know that it's not there. But look how smooth that PSVR 2, man, is. And this Star Wars game looks badass. Where'd they get to it? There's the shooting part of it. Oh, my God. Jeez. Holy Spirit. Where's my Holy Spirit? Oh, this thing blowing up.
Okay. Holy Spirit, activate. Oh, no. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
That thing goes pixelated.
Activate.
That thing was pixelated there. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up this Star Wars one. There's like shooting elements too. Like your ducking cover and stuff like that. Oh my God, look at the motion of these guys. Yeah, we get some action here. Look at the smoothness on the PlayStation. And look at the guy drop on here. Oh my God, do you see that? I don't know if it comes over the internet like that, but watch the guy like drops like stuttering down on the Quest 2. Everything looks like stuttery. Dude, it's all about smoothness, dude. It's all about smoothness. Oh, he's doing a good. Dude, look at him glitching. He's glitching. He's breakdance fighting. There he goes. Let's see him breakdance fighting. There he goes. He's doing Herman Holt splits. Look at him. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. What happened to you get what you pay for? Yeah, those are some words I think need to go around the internet again. I think so. You get what you pay for. Like, come on. That's what I mean. It's like, and that's what these reviews go. Well, it's tethered, and there's other options out there for $400. Yeah, here it is, clown. Here it is. Here's the other options. Be honest. Look at the tracking. Look at the motion. Tell me what's a better experience, and tell me why you're going to pay more money. Explain that as a tech website. What is wrong with you? This is what drives me crazy. You should know. Talking about you should know. Let's talk about somebody who you should know. Let's talk about it.
Issue in the world, but it was one that kept getting the minor annoyance out of me was when you're in VR, oftentimes you look down and it is the in-game hands, right, or it's whatever, but you're not able to see the actual view.
And why is this Microsoft presenter talking about PlayStation VR? Ooh. Bias much?
VR controllers. And so I would have the headset on. I would go to grab the Sense controllers, and
look, Paris is laughing. Yeah.
15 to 20.
So you really put this VR headset on and then go walking around your room like a goddamn zombie looking for the controllers. That's what this guy's saying. And Paris is agreeing with them. We got a two-ring circus here. We got the two-ring circus. He needs the background music. We got a two-ring circus here. He's going around like this. He's walking around like this, his living room. Dude, I just put shit on my face, and now I can't find the controllers.
The Sense controllers, and it would take me legitimately 15 to 20 seconds to figure out how exactly I hold the issue in the world, but it was one that kept getting the minor annoyance out of me was when you're in VR, oftentimes you look down and it is the in-game hands, right, or it's whatever, but you're not able to see the actual VR controllers. And so I would have the headset on. I would go to grab the Sense controllers, and it would take me legitimately 15 to 20 seconds to figure out how exactly I hold these things, because it's just not natural, right? Where there's so many curves, and for something like the Meta Quest controllers, or even any regular controller, it's pretty easy to grab a controller and be like, all right, this feels right, analog stick here, all right, ready to go. With that wristlet thing, I find it so difficult to get my I was gonna say the right footing, which I guess the right handling of
the right hand footing,
of how the controller should fit in my hand.
I will say that's where the pass-through comes through super clutch. The ability to just, and again,
he has no clue what he's talking about.
Pass-through. Just kind of talking about what the headset offers. On the headset itself, you run your hand along the front. It's the first button to your right. And
he had
you just
no
click
clue
it
what
once, and you can immediately see the real world in front of you. And that's what I would use all the time when I was playing for if I put the controllers down and wanted to put them on while I was playing, if I want to see someone in the room or talk to them or just take care of little things here and there, double check where I am in the space, because.
And this is why you don't listen to these clowns, because you got right here. Where is it? Oh, come on. Where I hide it? Because until you get it in your hand, that's why, this is the thing. You got to look. Where is it? I have it here. First off, it's their job. This is what I mean. What are they doing in their meantime? If my job was video games, I would know everything about the stuff that's releasing and what's coming out, especially if I'm going to be doing a review, a review or something. There is the pass-through. Look, you do a Google search, clown, and you will find out exactly how you could find the controllers and put them on. Look, and you set your boundaries up, and you will be fine. A whole friggin' article on it. And on top of that, it actually shows you the left and right controller, and that's what I wanted to find too. What is it? Left and right. No, that's the same one. But I saw a video. Hold on, I'll find it here. Thought I saved as a bookmark. Oh, you know what? I liked it. I'll find it here. But it actually shows you the left and right controller. It shows you left and right in pass-through mode. There it is. No, I found it. Look. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see. Look at this. Oh my. Like, what are we doing here? 3 PSVR units went out there, and the 2 clowns, Paris and the other guy, are acting like this don't exist. Like, this is what I mean. If you're going to review a product, you review it entirely. You know what it does. So you silly fool put the headset on and walked around a room looking at, touching and feeling like a blind man in an orgy. He had to feel himself around. Oh, damn. Naked Gun. God damn. P.S. I love you. Walking around like a blind man in an orgy. He had to feel himself around there. That's what he's doing. He's walking around like a blind man in an orgy. Shout out to Naked Gun. Best line. There you go. Hashtag blind man in an orgy. Walking around looking for controllers with his headset on. That's what we got right there. That's it. They sending them out to clowns. There you go. There it is. Hashtag blind man in an orgy. There he was, walking around like a clown. I put the headset on, then I don't know where the controls are. Blah, 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 blah. I got tangled in the cable. Blah, 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 infomercial. Like, come on. Like, what? What? Like, if you're going to have legitimate concerns, have legitimate concerns. But I feel like a lot of these influences, a lot of these clowns, these social mediaites, whatever the hell you call them, I feel like they got to be like, well, we got to find a negative. You got to have a positive with a negative. You can't just be all positive about it because then they think you're not honest. So you got to have a criticism. Listen, if you're going to have a criticism, then have a valid criticism. But don't be clowning. All right? Don't go around with the red nose and the makeup and acting a fool. The other guy got tangled in the USB cable like he was a friggin' ox in a goddamn rodeo show. This is what I mean. It's like if you're going to have a criticism, have a legit criticism. There's no games no games. What? They got a killer app at launch. You guys cap for killer app. Oh, well, it's a great device, but there's no killer app for it. That's all the media says. There's no killer app. Meanwhile, Sony's shipping you a killer app and some, and the launch lineup is light. Yeah.
Bullshit. Relax. You've been erased.
A little 12-second video. Takes that down. Like, ridiculous. And then, let's talk about that high-fidelity VR that they're talking about. Just plug it into a PC. Vive Pro 2, $800 for the headset. Oh, but you got to buy games for it, too. Oh, that's a negative. You know, you're buying a platform. You got to buy games for the... Oh, no, $800, and you got to plug it into a $1,000 PC. And you gotta buy games. Uh-oh. How no? How dare they? And I gotta pay electricity to it too? Mm-mm. What are we doing here? Oh, you're not gonna like those. Those are peppermints. My daughter's grabbed some peppermints. You're not gonna like those. You will spit that out. Yeah. You wanna taste it? Go ahead. Show you better. Yeah, but I was just saying, like, I don't just look at the nines and stuff like that. But the problem is the criticisms. Like, they just feel like forced criticisms because some of them are not even legit. If you're gonna have criticism and deduct the points, and do it, but do it with that you reviewed the product. Don't say, "Oh, you got to buy games for it and it's too expensive." First off, it's not your job to tell somebody how expensive something is. You know, the same channels like CNET and all them tell you to go out and go get your iPhone 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and thousands of dollars, $1,200 this time from Apple, $1,300. Oh, well, this iPad Pro 2 is $1,000, but it's worth it. Maybe expensive for some. People still line up for it. Technology is expensive. And there's technology that's cheap. There's alternatives. There's knockoffs. It's your job to decide what you want. But the common folk, like they're not trying to sell this device, this PlayStation VR 2, this thing, to mass market at first. People with console, they think mass market cheap. No, it's not cheap. And it shouldn't be considered that way. Yeah, I'm sure this Vive is probably lit, man. I am sure, man. This thing looks incredible. Because I got the original Vive, dude. This thing looks incredible. But you got a PC to run it. But this is what Sony should be compared to. This don't have eye tracking. Like this is the market that they should be comparing it. So like I think it should find itself in like, hey, there are high expensive headsets out there that you need a PC, but the PlayStation, you need a $500, $400 console, a digital $400 console, and this headset. And one cable plugs it in, and you're getting the best VR experience I've ever had, they said, quote. Yes, there are cheaper options out there. This isn't me, how I review. Yes, there are cheaper options out there as a Quest 2, but those are more mobile units that are not tethered to a PC or thing. They're enclosed units. Hence, they give you lower resolution experiences and maybe not as high a fidelity and all features as the PlayStation 1 would do, having it being better technology headset, better technology tracking, and also using a dedicated device to run the software. You're going to get better games and better immersion with the PlayStation 1. Yes, there are cheaper options out there, but you don't just go, well, this is very expensive. You could buy a headset for $400. Dude, that's not the same thing. Now you're telling me they're equal. You're telling me that the Meta Quest 2 is the same thing as a PlayStation 2. You're putting them in the same boat. No, they're not. They're two different classes of devices. That's the problem. The Meta Quest 2, it's its own thing. It'll get you in VR, but that is not the same fidelity. That PlayStation should be compared to what you need to plug into PCs. All right? And that Quest, even if you plug it into a PC, you'll get a better experience, but it doesn't make the technology in the headset any better. It doesn't add eye tracking. It doesn't add head vibrations and pause and adaptive triggering. But that's the problem. The problem is that you got to identify that there's, an iPhone Pro, there's an iPhone regular, and there's an iPhone mini. They are three different markets. They're three different types of things. Nobody's saying the iPhone Pro needs to be at $800, $400 so that little Timmy could get it. No. So I don't know why this thing comes up where you need to have this 2 billion people need to get it day one. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need to be like that. And I don't understand why that is some sort of criticism and the fact that something has to be a budget price for mass adoption. No. Put it at the price that's there, that you can make money, you could do, that is worth the tech. It's not overpriced. And then sales, whatever for the rest of the market. But the early adopters are going to buy it first. You got to be an idiot to be a journalist. That's exactly. You can't be sensible, 47. Exactly. You can't. And here it is, too. You want to see? Here's another good video for everybody here.
Of the headset as well as its controllers. This was a follow-up to their own PlayStation 5 console teardown. Sony is doing the same to the PlayStation VR 2. And in this video, it was hosted by the maker behind the mechanical design team, who also designed the original headset. And he discusses the thought process that went into each individual aspect, from making the headset as light as possible to how the cooling fans prevent it from overheating, but also stating some new details, like the changes they've made in the lenses to significantly reduce what we call ghosting. But Sony didn't stop there, releasing a second video with the maker from the previous DualSense controllers, where he breaks down his new versions while he explains the odd shaping and the haptic feedback that they built into it. So I think if you are a big VR fan or are interested into how these technologies work, then you should definitely check it out. But naturally, Sony did advise you to not do that at home, since taking apart your PlayStation VR 2 will invalidate your manufacturer guarantee. So keep that in mind. But while Meta and PlayStation are boosting out of control, it turns out that TikTok's parent company behind Pico is having some big layoffs. Now, TikTok's parent company is known as ByteDance, who acquired the VR headset manufacturer known as Pico Interactive. And although their latest headset has been proved to be very promising, it turns out that they will be reducing their VR teams by over 30%, even with higher level positions to be affected. And their Pico 4 headset is now available in Europe and Asia, but until today, it is still not sold in the US. And this is following a trend of some big layoffs in the other names of the tech industry, like Google, Amazon, and probably one of the biggest ones being Microsoft, who recently announced that they are completely shutting down their social VR platform. Not only is Microsoft completely stepping away from their mixed reality headsets, they are also having some big troubles fulfilling its end of the US defense contract regarding their AR glasses. So although a bit of a winter came to the VR industry, I am sure with new headsets and games on the horizon, it will definitely be possible for virtual reality to succeed.
Man, Sony got the weight of VR now on their shoulders. Not only are they bringing quality games and moving technology forward with the PlayStation 5, but now the weight of VR's success lies with Sony's PSVR 2 because it's the middle of the road. It's better than what's out there, and it's also cheaper than what the high-end stuff is. It's right in the middle. And that Pico, the reason why I brought this up,
whatever your name is
that
get ready for the
welcome
big
to the
surprise.
Grindhouse, Panzer Magnet. Welcome. Thank you for the subscribe. Yes, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Grinders. Yeah, Microsoft didn't even try anything. But this is the thing that I say all the time. The Pico, like, they are just trying to make the hardware, right? Same thing with Quest. They are just hardware stuff. You need the software to go with the hardware. That's why Apple is so successful, because its hardware and software mesh perfectly. That's where you look at what the PlayStation VR 2 is doing. It has the hardware, and they got their software, their also IP, and making it work together, giving you a smooth experience and an experience to show the capabilities and inspire other developers to do the same with the PlayStation VR 2. That is the whole point. These guys are Pico. All they're trying to do is get a VR headset out the door. They're not making games. They're just trying to get a headset out there. Sony is getting a headset and the developer support and games for it. The things that the Series X is lacking. That's why Xbox not being part of VR is a huge fail on their end, because they are the same situation as Sony. They could do hardware and they could do software. But Microsoft chose that they couldn't get the hardware. They just don't have time to do it, and they just dropped out of it. That's why Sony has the hardware and the software, and it works. And if that's working day one at launch with all these games coming, another thing that came up too is that the PlayStation VR 2 is coming out in February. which is not really it's not really the holiday season, right? And they're dropping this stuff now. You know that whatever quote unquote E3 or whatever's coming for the rest of this year, they might have some VR games. They got over the hump. They're not fighting with console sales near the holidays. They overcame that hump this last holiday. Now they're focused on VR launch. This could be kind of, and somebody said it in a video, like a soft launch in the sense that you get the VR out there, you get a bunch of games that work. That's kind of the little breadcrumbs that you get out there. And now more people are experiencing it throughout the year. You could even have more announcements for some new games coming to PlayStation VR, maybe even Half-Life Alyx and things like that, and other games that are coming to PlayStation VR. And now you're prepared, ready, stock, games, point, set, match, holiday season. Here we come. Oh, and by the way, here comes Spider-Man. Oh! Here comes Spider-Man 2 to wrap it up. We're coming in with the VR. But think about it. Now you got the PlayStation VR set up for success for the holiday season because now everybody who got a PlayStation all throughout the year, now you got the games lineup, and now that PSVR 2 is even more appealing during the time of year. Right? What's going on over there? Hey, oh, like, hey. Like what I'm saying is like, it's crazy. Like, you have this launch, game over, man. Game over. Like, exactly.
Game over.
You're stacking the deck, point, set, match. They're dropping this thing. Beat Saber's coming later on. That is going to be absolutely incredible. Can't wait. All the music and stuff they added to Beat Saber and stuff like that. It's like almost like a rock band with all the music that they have out for it. And who knows? Maybe Robert. Yeah, maybe they bundle it. Who knows? Yeah, Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy. Yeah, we're not even touching that stuff. But it's just insane. And you're right. And Microsoft's over there. Phil's like, what are they doing? They're in VR. They shut down HoloLens. Phil, what's Phil doing while all this is going on? I don't know. What's Phil doing? Let's compete. Let us compete. They even sent resident Xbox fan Ryan McCaffrey to go try VR with the PlayStation VR Gran Turismo
experience. I can tell you that it really is probably the closest you'll get to sitting in your dream car. Like I've had the pleasure of
killer app
owning that dream car and seeing it in the game, and it was shocking in an amazing way of how one-to-one it was.
I mean, it's got to be like, seeing an old friend or like going to your old apartment or something.
It really was.
I think
Ryan McCaffrey in his review right here. He has it right here. I got him. Ryan McCaffrey has his full review on PlayStation VR. He went over there. He was like, dude, he went over there looking like the Hillary Clinton meme with the looking up in the sky like, whoa. That's what he looked like, the Hillary Clinton meme. He was like, whoa, we could do this on a console? Get Phil on the phone. Phil! You gotta do this, Phil! Phil! No, he won't. Nah, Phil's in court with the FTC right now. He can't answer the phone. He's jamming with the flute. And I got a nice new song for all these pocket watches. I want everybody to hit that friggin' like button because here comes a brand new Grinds track. This is specifically to all those pocket watches out there. I got a song for you. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the VIP button. You want to use these wonderful emojis on the Grindhouse. And hit that like button because we got a brand new song for those pocket watches out there. I'm going to be playing it right now. Here it is. Pocket watches, you got a new song. There it is. World premiere. Remember that high fidelity? I'll get the lyrics. Let's see if I can do the lyrics with it. Cheap ass fools. That's what I call them. Cheap ass fools. Remember that high fidelity VR that Phil lied about at E3? Yep. Cheap ass fools. That's right.
You know, they have something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
Oh. Exactly. Every day.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Too much money. Cheap ass fools. That's what they're going to call them. I'm going to make a new meme. Cheap ass fools. Sending review units to these cheap ass fools. Too much money. Too much money. Shut up. CNET. Guy talking about goddamn cryo chambers that wipe your ass for $1,000 over there at CES. And he's saying, oh, you got to buy a place. But you could just buy some, please. Not going to go back. Go back and listen to my rhyme. And then we got him tangled in the thing. We're gonna come back here to wrap things up. I think this is a perfect image of I'm gonna see if I could format this perfectly because I think I need two things here. We got this. Hold on, and then I'm gonna try to set up a nice image for everybody. Maybe I'll use this as a short or something like that. But wait, let me see. I'm going to set this up right here. He's there. And then I'm going to get my, let's see if I get this right. I want this guy. Wait, we're going meme. Here we go. Wait, I want this. Where is he? Let's see. I got the, and then I get this nice visual for everybody here. We're gonna get this nice. Wait, I can't do that there. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this right. This is gonna be perfect. Right, we're gonna have him here. Wait, we're gonna get my video here. This is the comedy of these clowns here. And here we go. We got him. Ready? Here comes the image. I'm gonna tell you to play. Whistle it. Here comes the image. Get ready. Here we go. The flute and the guy who got tangled
in it, so
he got tangled. Oh, my visual!
And there are a few other things there. Make sure I didn't get tangled in it, so it's
don't get tangled.
Make sure I didn't get tangled in.
Don't get tangled. I gotta get that. I gotta loop that video. This guy getting tangled in the USB cable. Don't get tangled. There he comes. Get him the flute. Get those cheap ass fools off my screen. Get him, Phil. Get him, Phil. Get that falutin'. Give it to him, Phil. Screw it, Solo. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Happy birthday, Philness. Where are the friend games? You are a filthy command Xbox. Happy birthday, Philness.
They have something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
And that's the show, grinders. Thank you again for coming through to this What Grinds My Gears PSVR style. We need to talk about it. What an outro. What a show. Man, my dog ran away. I saved him. I'm saving the dogs. A wild show. Thank you again for hanging in there, grinders. Hit that like button on your way out. And yes, epic fails. People getting tangled in their things, in their freaking USB cables. But share it out, grinders, and get ready for Gaming Grindhouse tomorrow night, where we'll be talking a little bit more about VR and also about Phil over at the FTC begging for his life over there. He's like, I'm fighting for my life. He went to the FTC. I got quotes of him. I'm fighting for my life every time. I just want to get games. Phil's out there, R. Kelly style, to the FTC. Oh, damn. Now that, and I got maybe I have to do a new jingle about fighting USB cables. But shout out Geo Knows Gamer. Thank you for the everybody using those emojis. If you want to use those emojis, hit that VIP button. And thank you again, grinders. Again, share it out, like it. Have a good Sunday. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Later. Oh, I'll play you your song before we go. Grinders, I know what you come here for. We got another jingle. We got ended on the end credits. Again, sponsored by Game Pass. Oh, damn. There it is.
12 minutes and 80s, and they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What to play first?